Good evening, viewers, and Happy New Year to you. Thanks for tuning in to Science TV at 7 with me, MUENI, and our sign language interpreter is Tobias Omondi. To our news. Parents around the country have started trooping into school uniform outlets and bookshops as schools are set to reopen for the first time next week. The school reopening comes at a time when the country is experiencing a rise in the price of essential commodities. Education Cabinet Secretary Ezekiel Mashogu warned school heads against attempting to introduce illegal levies in schools.
Kwa majina naitwa Bilal Chupko, mimi mfanya biashara hapa Jua Kali Kamkunji na nauzaga za Jua Kali. Kwa leo tunauza sanduku za shule. Kwa kweli vitu zimepanda bei kulingana vile mwaka kulingana toka last year, hiyo ndio 22 23 zipanda bei. Kama rangi lita moja ilikuwa tunanunua na 300, sasa na 380. Chuma kilo ilipanda bei, chuma ilikuwa tunanunua kilo na 110, sasa na 45. Kila tulipanda bei. So vitu zikipanda bei, pia sisi pande yetu hatuna budi kupandisha bei. Kama hii sanduku hii ya shule hii normal size hii, last year around 22 tunauza 1500, kwa sasa mpanda bei mpaka 2500. Nazo quality mbili, kuna moja ya 25, kuna moja ya 3. So generally tu vitu hapa Jua Kali zimepanda bei. We complain huko nje na complain pia ipande yetu. Hivyo ndio huko. Makastoma wanalia kitu hiko. Makastoma wanalia, wanasema tunawafinya, lakini si pande yetu. Si tunajenga, tukifinywa pesa tunafinyana. Inakuwa tu inaendelea hivyo. Lakini wanalia sana. Hakuna customer amenunua sanduku na akasema ako sawa.
Hi, my name is Pam. I run a bookshop in the CBD. Basically, the prices have gone up compared to last year and the years back due to high taxes and the high cost of living. Some of the parents and most of the customers are complaining because the prices that have been introduced this year, they are high on their side. The sales are not that much better like compared to other years because of the prices. Because of the prices, most of the textbooks and the school equipment are running out of stock.
President Rigathi Gachagua has vowed to crush any attempts to resurrect outlawed criminal gangs in the Mount Kenya region. He declared his willingness to face any political repercussions to ensure the safety and security of the region's youth, stating that the memories of the gangs' past atrocities still linger fresh in the minds of residents.
We have heard your fear and concern, and genuinely so, about the revival of that criminal gang. Let me assure you, the people of this region and the country, and indeed everybody, that the government will not allow the revival of that criminal gang. It will not happen. I want to take this opportunity to appeal to our young people, to church leaders and elders. Please talk to our children. That person who is reviving this gang is setting our children to be killed. And since the government will not allow, I want to ask parents to talk to your boys. I want to ask our leaders to talk to their children, not to allow to be misused and set for trouble. Because the truth of the matter is that that gang will not be allowed, and any attempt to recreate the activities will be met with swift, decisive action within the law. And it will not happen. There is no way this government can allow that gang to threaten our women, to rape our children, to extort money from business people, to sell fear to farmers, and those activities they were doing those years. They beheaded people, they raped young girls, they defiled children, they extorted money from everybody, they captured the matatu industry and controlled it. And the truth of the matter, Wamatangi, the way you have put it well, Governor, it is a few people using poor people, taking advantage of being jobless. That sect leader is the one, the money was being collected by young boys, and they take all the money to him. As we speak today, he has 9 homes in this country. In Lavington, in Kitengela, in Nyahururu, posh homes. Hao vijana wanaokota pesa kwa watu, wanampelekea. These are children of poor people. They take advantage that they are jobless, they are helpless. I want from Thika to talk to our young people from this region. Please, please, as your leader, I beseech you, I beg you, don't be misled to start those activities, because the government will not allow you even for a day.
And Anti-Corruption Commission Chief Executive Twali Barak now says that the case against former tourism CS Najib Balala and his co-accused was only the first phase. Speaking on Tuesday, Barak said there is a second file that still relates to the matter, and the anti-graft agency is only waiting for the conclusion of investigations.
This freeze by installments. When is the last person will be brought on board? Yes, councils, this is the ruling on bail board application and the application for availance of requisite documents. The first, second, and 17th accused persons made an application for their release on bail board. The same is based on Article 49H of the Constitution, which states entirely, and I quote, an arrested person has the right to be released on bail or on board on reasonable conditions unless there are compelling reasons not to be released. The ODPP have not objected either to the application nor given any aggravating factors for imposing harsh bail or board terms. As rightly pointed out, the main consideration is whether an accused person will appear in court or is a flight risk. In regard to the first accused person, he was required to and did deposit his passport with the EACC. He has a fixed place of abode and he is said to have been a prominent public figure, having held, among other positions, the position of a cabinet secretary as his last position in the year 2021-2022, of paramount importance, as among others, they provide the basis of any recommendations to charge by laying a proper ground. They provide a gauge or a guide or a roadmap upon which the evidence is subsequently tendered and guard against any make-up evidence. However, these are not disposable documents. They are not evidence properly defined and are only internal, as between the ODPP and the EACC. The ODPP and the EACC cannot be forced to avail them to the defense. That is the ruling of the court on the 2 issues. It's Council. So, Council, we have the mention on 28th of this month for plea for the suspects in custody. The first, second, and 17th accused persons are exempted from attending on the mentioned date, and the accused persons will be supplied with witness statements and any other documentary or any evidence the ODPP wish to rely on. Are there issues remaining?
MPs have okayed a plan by the government to dissolve the Ruaraka-based Kenya School of Monetary Studies. The National Assembly's Public Investment Committee on Commercial Affairs and Energy has overruled an earlier decision by the Treasury that sought to stop the process initiated 3 years ago. The registrar now has 60 days to conclude the process. Let's take a short break. We'll be right back.